It's DLC day once again for Dirt Rally 2.0, and in the first of two videos today I'm going to be putting the near 450 brake horsepower BMW M1 Procar through its paces around the twisty and tricky roads of Monte Carlo. Should be a fun one, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? My name's Matinio and welcome back to Dirt Rally 2.0, where it's DLC day once again. This time out we've got two brand new cars that have been added to the game, and this first video we are going to be focusing on the first of those cars, which is the BMW M1 Procar. The other car, of course, is the Opel Manta 400, and depending on when you're watching this video, that may already be out. So if it is out at the point you're watching it, there'll be a card in the top right hand corner now if you want to check that out, or there'll probably be a link to it at the end of the video as well. If you're a season pass holder, then you can go and download these cars now. If you're not, though, you can go and purchase them individually. In addition to that, if you are a season pass holder, you will get a credit drop, which I think is about 200,000 credits, and you'll get new liveries for the Citroen DS21, the Fiat 131, the Opel Skoda, the Peugeot 208 R2, and the Volkswagen Polo S1600. So yeah, the DLC is coming thick and fast with this game, and in a couple of weeks' time we'll have Sweden to enjoy. But this time out we just have the two new cars, the M1 Procar and the Opel Manta 400. So here it is, the BMW M1 Procar falls into the Group B rear-wheel drive class along with the Opel Manta 400. 430 brake horsepower, just coming in just over 2,500 pounds in terms of weight. 3.5 litre straight-six engine, if memory serves correctly, naturally aspirated, 5-speed manual box, and as we've mentioned, rear-wheel drive. Not a lot of people knew that this car went rallying, it's probably because it wasn't altogether that good. I mean, it had some fairly consistent pace. I think it was used primarily on tarmac rallies, but it just lacked the reliability. Anytime it would get itself into a decent position, something would go wrong. The suspension would fail. It would start spitting oil out all over the place. The engine would blow up, or the driver would just make a mistake and bin it. So yeah, the other fun fact about this thing is when it initially started going rallying, it didn't have a handbrake. So yeah. Hairpin corners would have been interesting, or bordering on frustrating, I imagine, for the drivers. But yeah, I mean, I think BMW were a little bit reluctant to put the money in to sort of straighten out the reliability issues they were having with it. And by the time they decided to pull the car out of the championship, it actually went on and finished second in a rally, which is kind of what they were looking for. So yeah, very much a tale of what could have been. But we're going to see what it's like. And we are going to go to the Monte Carlo and the Route di Turini Descente, 2.49 miles, so fairly short one, but because I'm not altogether 100% confident with rear-wheel drive rally cars, I didn't want to do a long stage because it would just be painful. So yeah, ice, snow and smooth asphalt, and I'm hoping for a lot of the latter and not much of the formers in that regard. So yeah, I did have a bit of a tour around in the Opel Manta around here last night, just like a quick 10-15 minute mess around. I put up a time, wasn't particularly great, but hopefully we can beat it this time out. So yeah, we're going to see what we can do, and hopefully not make an arse of ourselves, and mainly just see what the car's like, because I know this thing is going to sound absolutely amazing, because it does it in a lot of other games like Project Cars. I've driven it in, and actually did an episode of Project Cars with this, an episode of Hill Climb Monsters in Project Cars 2 with this car. If you want to see that, card in the top right hand corner, if I remember to do it. So yeah, let's get things started and see what we can do. Okie dokie then, so here we are, and we're just about ready to get things kicked off, and as I mentioned, you can already hear that glorious straight six burbling away. This thing will go beyond 9,000 RPM, so the sound is going to be glorious when we get going. In terms of what we should be aiming for time-wise, I don't know, if I can get to the end in under 3 minutes and not bin it, I'll be relatively happy with a day's work. But mainly it's just about seeing what this car's like and get a bit more practice in with the rear-wheel drive cars, because like I said, I'm not the most confident with them, let's be honest. So yeah, let's get things started and see what the M1 Procar's all about, shall we?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep left of a 33 right.
big slide there.
Slow 30, see, open and left. 100.
Come on, turn, turn, turn. There we go. Yeah, like I said, it would have been a real pain in the rear end for the real life drivers with no handbrake going through some of these hairpins. Ugh. Ooh, a bit of ice there.
Left, 50, keep right into 2 left, into 3 right, and 3 left long, into 3 right long, touch tail long, and 4 left, extra long,
Oh, it just feels...
opens
Oh, it's got that horrible combination of being understeery at the front end, but feeling very, very squirmy and unruly at the rear.
into 2 left long, into 4 right, and 4 left, caution 3 right long tightens, into 4 left, opens 30, 3 right, into caution slow 4 left long, opens tightens, open hairpin left, tightens, 4 right long tightens, open hairpin right. Into 4 left,
Ooh, come on, there we go.
keep right of a crest 50, 5 left long, tightens through tunnel, 50, 3 right long,
Ooh, bit of a squirm.
50 over crest,
Oh, cars, park cars. Oh, why are you parked there?
to 4 left, extra long, keep right of a
Kind of makes you wonder though if anyone's actually had to file an insurance claim because their parts car got clouted by a rally car. And how did you get the damage? Peter Solberg smashed me Fiesta. In its right state. I'd love to hear one of those calls. It'd be brilliant.
80, keep middle of a crest 50, caution, 3 left long tightens, into 4 right,
Oh, we're a bit too Larry through there.
2 left long tightens, into 3 right
Come on, turn.
opens 50, 4 right long, over finish, keep left of a 30,
Oh, at a 2:57.9. Oh, so there we go. That was the best time that we got there. So, yeah, it felt pretty good. Like I said, it does feel a little bit understeery at the front end and a little bit and very squirmy at the rear, which isn't a good combination. So I think with a bit of setup work, you can definitely get more out of this car. I mean, let's look at the leaderboard and see what the sort of times they're getting there. We got 24th, so yeah, that's just the back end of the second page, I think it is, which isn't too bad. But people are putting 2:26s. Wow. Okay, so I'm only 30 seconds back on this one. But yeah, like I said, if I put a bit of setup work into this, I could probably go faster. But yeah, overall, it's pretty good. I think anything other than a tarmac rally is going to be really, really challenging, and this was, especially when the ice and the snow was going. But overall, it's a pretty good car. Definitely needs some setup work, but yeah, it's not the worst car I've driven in this game. Let's just say that. So there we go. Overall, pretty enjoyable car to drive, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you haven't already, and if you haven't bought it already, you haven't driven it already. I might do a comparison video between this and the M1 Procar in Project Cars 2. Don't know how I'd do it, but I'd do it somehow, I guess. But yeah, that's the end of the first video. So thank you everybody so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this, you're out to see more Dirt Rally 2.0 or general racing content from myself, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you've tried the M1 Procar, let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Do you like it? Would you have rather seen something else come into the game? Always happy to hear your feedback, so yeah, let me know down below. But yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay cool, and as always, I will catch you in the next video. Peace!